I developed some qualities like I love music, I love creativity, I love to do adventures. People call me, like in the local language, they used to call me Sherni. Like even I am a very much daring person. So I think these qualities developed from that culture. And my father is in army. He is posted in Indian Armed Force. He is serving there from last 28 years, and that's why I got opportunity to visit different places. So that fulfills my desire to see various places, my desire to do adventures. That was fulfilled by his profession, and because of being a daughter of an army person, army man, I had my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalayas, that are the most known schools in India. And for graduation, we come back to our Punjab, and I did my graduation, my BSc Nursing in the year 2005 in Jalandhar. And after completing the course in 2009, I was posted as a clinical instructor cum tutor in a nursing institute. It is Bharti Institute. It is located nearby my hometown. And after serving there for 4 years almost, I got an opportunity to serve in another institute as a vice principal. So it was a great opportunity for me. So I just moved to that college after resigning in a proper manner, and I joined my new college. Then now, after doing my job for 1 year, almost 1 year there, I come to know about my qualities. That because there were some qualities, that's why I was there. But still some lackings were there that I was feeling. Like I was just connected to the theory part of the nursing. Basically, I am a nurse. I am a registered nurse there. But I was only connected with the theory part. And that theoretical part is not changing with the time. That was the main reason. Main problem was there. Like when we used to go with the students in the practical area for instructing them, for just supervising and guiding them, we come to know there are a lot of changes have happened since I have done my graduation. So I was not able to cope up with that, and I was not fully aware of that changes. So I realized that there are some drawbacks in in my profession. As I am just learning, I am just teaching the same thing again and again to the students for last 5 years. It was not taking me to any upward direction. So at that moment, I just realized that I should move forward. So after consulting my sister, she is already in New Zealand, I just made my mind that I should go for post-graduation now, and that too in health science. So that is how I am here. And after coming here, it was totally new environment for me. Adjustment problem is not there because from beginning I am like that. Being from an army background family, that we are visiting new places regularly. But the main problem was in study, because earlier I was thinking that it would be consisting of more practical knowledge, because I was seeking the practical knowledge only. That's why I just come here. But also more and more theoretical part is there, and so much big questions are there. Why you are here, and what are your purposes? So after consulting my course facilitators, I just come over one purpose. So meanwhile, in these 5 years, I think I was like a Canadian goose. He was just doing his work, doing just his work, but not getting anything from this work. So my purpose that I decided over, the purpose of my ROL is to correlate my past and present professional experience and practice with my future planning to get registered as a nurse with New Zealand Nursing Council. So the intended outcome, the long-term outcome is obviously to get registered in New Zealand Nursing Council, but as we have to set for the short-term goal, so it is to get a job in healthcare sector while I'm completing this course. Moving forward to my approach to the reflection, it consists of when I started to reflecting upon my approach, I was going through the three basic questions. What? Then what means, what happened, what is there, what incidents is there that put me, that I should reflect on, that made me think that I should reflect on it. What is that? So it was my weaknesses, my strengths that I have to reflect over. So what? That means what you learn from that experience. You have what changes occur in your behavior, what changes occur in your ideas, your views about yourself and as well as about others. And last one is now what? Now when you have developed your your thinking, your reflection, you have developed your experience. Now what? You have to relate that experience and you have to put it on application when further in future you come with the same circumstances. So in this picture you can see, according to John Dewey, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting upon experience. So in terms of experience, I was having 5 years of experience, but that was not my learning. So for learning, I have to reflect upon my experience. So I totally agree with that. Now the approach to reflection, in terms of professional, group discussions, role plays, dialogues with my colleagues and my seniors, it helped me a lot to come over the reflection and to come over my purpose. And for personal, in terms of personal approach, diary writing, it gives me a motivation to practice. And talking to my mother, as she is very much close to my heart, to me, I can discuss anything with her. Whatever I experienced in my whole day, and at the end of the day, I have to discuss with her. And just by speaking to her, I get idea how I should reflect on that instance. And music or drama, you can say that it is a relaxation therapy for me. So while I'm relaxing from that phase, it gives me a opportunity to think over that circumstance, that incident. As in the last lecture, Dr. Alexandra told us, when you are not getting anything, just pause and then again think over it. So for me, the music is kind of that pause. Then certain skills are needed for reflective practice, like honesty. You should be honest to yourself while reflecting. Otherwise, you can't reflect yourself if you are not honest. You are not telling each and everything. So you can't reflect. Then practice, it needs a lot of practice, because reflection is just not that you are seeing a mirror and it is reflecting, that is not, or anything you are experiencing, you are saying, it is not reflection. So it needs a lot of practice. Communication is needed, and analysis, critical analytic skills are needed. Trust should be maintained, and motivation, self-awareness, and descriptive. Descriptive in the sense, like in the classroom learnings, we used to motivate students to describe their speaking as well as their in writing questions, their experiences, to describe them. So that descriptive skills should also be there. Approaching to the reflective practice, I just followed Kolb's model of reflective practice because it applies to all, as Anisha said in the presentation. A student, a teacher, anyone can imply it. Like, we begin from the experiencing what happened, anything you come across, And the reflective observation, the second step is the second stage. That means you come to know what you are getting from them, your weaknesses, your strengths from that situation. Next is abstract conceptualization, means that changes occur in your thinking after reflecting over it. That changes occur in you. Last stage is active experimentation. That means what you learned from your experience, now you will apply it in your future on similar situation in the future. Plus, in the center of it, there is transformation of information into knowledge. That means it is a cycling process. You are transforming your information. You are already informed. You are transforming it into the knowledge. It is a cycle, although it is a cycle, but it is not moving you in the same place. Cycle is going on, but ultimately you are going to the further stage with every experience. Learning without reflection is a waste. Reflection without learning is dangerous, because it is my approach that not only because of learning you are getting your reflection. So I read Kolb's model of reflective practice. It is true that learning without reflection is a waste, and reflection without learning is dangerous. So these are the simultaneous process. So at last, the reflection, it takes me to travel further. As I said earlier, although the Kolb's model is expressing that it is a cycle, but ultimately you are moving further. So reflection helps me to travel further. These are the references: the Journal of Applied Nursing and Reflective Practices in Nursing by Goldman and Schultz. I think I'm pronouncing it right. So these are the references. Anything else you want to ask?
Yeah, I like your presentation.
Thank
A
you.
lot. Yeah. It is quite clear